Eggplant lasagna.
Eat delicious and lose weight with Chef Pachi.
Hi, this is Chef Pachi, and today I have an amazing recipe of eggplant lasagna. After I wash each eggplant, I slice it thinly in the mandible. A lot of people ask how I create the eggplant lasagna without adding so much oil. And here's my answer to that. When you slice thinly your eggplant, you place it on a pan that's already oiled. You're going to see this in a minute. And it cannot be completely covered, but it'll come out perfectly once it's baked. Check it out, just like this. You add the olive oil in thin streams, some salt, and then to this one, I'm adding some dried oregano leaves. So I place each one of the slices on the baking pan, and at the end, once I arrange one next to the other, I'm going to add a little more oil, a little more salt, and a little more herb. This is it, and you can do this with different kinds of herbs. This one, like I just said, is dried oregano from my garden, and the next one we're gonna make is rosemary from my garden too. Here we go with our second herb dose and pinch of salt too, and then finally a drizzle of olive oil. A lot of herbs are essential to a delicious lasagna because we want our eggplant to be delicious. Every single part of our lasagna is going to be amazing. Here with our second one and our dried rosemary that I dried. Actually, I'm sending the link to the video of how to dry your herbs at home on their own. They dry themselves in the fridge. It's amazing. And they come out perfect, aromatic, and you never have any herbs wasted or go bad in your fridge. So now we bake these at 425 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes. In the meantime, we're gonna take some pesto and we're gonna cook some frozen spinach on it. Just for 2 minutes so that the spinach defrosts and we can mix it and prepare our sauce. The pesto is going to give it a little bit of fat and flavor, and it's going to help us heat it, giving it great taste to begin with too. Now, let's make our filling. Our filling is made with ricotta cheese
and a cup of Greek yogurt.
Then we add our pesto, 1 egg, we mix well. Actually, it creates a delicious sauce. And last but not least, some pine nuts. We add our pine nuts. Now this mixture you could make a day ahead and refrigerate. Same thing with your eggplant, you can bake them the day ahead and keep them in the same parchment paper that you baked them. A pinch of salt and pepper, and we are ready to put them together. Here we start. You are gonna love it. This is an eggplant that you can have for an amazing meal and for your Thanksgiving dinner. It takes some time to do the eggplant at the beginning, but afterwards you can have it made the day before. You can actually freeze your lasagna. As we put it together, we oil the bottom of the pan and start adding eggplant. So we make a layer of eggplant, add some seasoned and frosted, then add some sauce. Continue with the second layer of eggplant, more spinach, and more sauce. Third layer of eggplant comes on, and it's going to be beautiful, lovely. See how easy we put on those eggplant pieces? Because we put them one next to the other in the pan, they come out just like that. Even if you leave them in the pan or in the parchment paper for the next day, they come off perfectly. Cover them now with the rest of the sauce, and we are almost ready. You see, it's minutes. Finish with the last eggplant, and voila! Beautiful eggplant. This can be a mold, but since it's just two of us and we have half each, then I divide them so that I can freeze them. Add a little extra spinach on top, a drizzle of the sauce, and here comes the fourth and final layer of our eggplant. Beautiful. Finishing it up with some pine nuts is all we need, and we're ready to refrigerate for 3 days, refrigerate for 2 days, freeze it, or bake it. That's it. Now we're gonna bake our lasagna since it's fresh, only to reheat everything for about 20 minutes at 350 degrees. Look at it, it's beautiful. And all those pine nuts are golden. And here comes my serving. It's a great piece of sourdough bread. Ooh, I love it. This is one of my favorite light meals. It's delicious, it's beautiful, and if you want a meal that's a little bit bigger, you can serve it with some tofu in between each layer. Chef Pachi, delicious food, amazing mood. Enjoy, Chef Pachi.
Subscribe and turn on the bell for recipe updates.